find out what Bradley Cooper thinks. I just leaned over and asked him, what's your favorite romance movie?
And I did, Dr. Zhivago is what popped in my head.
Dr. Zhivago, wow.
But I don't know if that's like a romance. It's more of a sad drama. But I loved Julie Christie when I was little. So.
See, that's a good reason. Now, you're in the new movie Burnt. You play a chef who's burnt out, kind of burned up his career, but is trying for a comeback. Let's take a look.
Worked 20-hour days, 6 days a week. I was 19 years old. I loved every minute of it. The heat, the pressure, the violence, screaming. You know, all the cooks. That kitchen's the only place I've ever felt like I really belonged.
And Bradley Cooper joins us right now. You know, your character's so intense right there. You talk about the kitchen being the only place you ever belong, but the kitchen's also like a battlefield in this movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I worked, we were just talking before about how we both worked in restaurants, but this level, this Michelin star, 3 Michelin star level is just, I mean, it's like playing in the World Series or something.
Now, you come to this pretty honestly. What, you were a busboy in a Greek restaurant?
Yeah, and then I was a prep cook in a restaurant, which is really where I cut my teeth in it. I mean, I worked with a guy who was 21 years old, and he had just gotten back from Paris, and he had all these big ideas, and I was at the low, you know, of the pole of the hierarchy. So I definitely felt the brunt of a chef's tirade.
All the pressure.
Yeah.
So did you think this was going to be your future or nah?
No, but I did always loved cooking and being around food.
And you know, you get to work with Sienna Miller again.
Yeah, thank
in this
God.
movie. She was just here yesterday.
We
She's
begged her to do it.
Kind of like your work wife for the last year, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've been very lucky in the sense that I've been able to act with people, especially specifically actresses, again and again. And we were doing American Sniper, and I knew I was going to go do this movie, and so I just thought she would have been incredible. And she was. I think she's really,
fantastic.
really
and
fantastic.
She learned a lot about cooking.
She's a great cook. She's a great cook. A lot of the people, Ricardo's probably the best one. The Italian guy in the movie.
Right,
yeah, he's amazing.
But you're doing this movie all about food, and you actually have to lose weight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we had just finished American Sniper, and I was going to do a play called The Elephant Man, and I had to lose about 30 pounds. So if you actually go back and watch this movie, because we shot it out of sequence, as most movies are, you know, some scenes my face is like this, and another scene is like that.
It all works with the chef coming off of something.
It's true, actually. I was happy about that, because you're right. Yeah.
You know, you talk about working with actresses again and again. You're going to be working with Jennifer Lawrence again, and David O. Russell.
Yeah.
How many times has it been?
It'll be 4 times with Jennifer. Yeah.
And the movie Joy is coming out, and you guys have really now created some headlines here. All this talk about equal pay for women in Hollywood. Tell us how this is going to work. This idea you now have of trying to negotiate with your co-stars.
Well, I don't know if there's any big plan. I just thought that, you know, the idea of transparency is something that obviously would be beneficial. You know, it's something you never talk about. You never hear about what somebody else is making when you're doing a movie.
It's kind of hard to talk about.
Well, I mean, but maybe it shouldn't be, you know. But you know, in terms of today, it's so hard to get movies made, and you definitely are hearing, you know, having conversations with your agent about take a cut or do this or put money over here. So why not say, okay, well, what's everybody making? Let's make sure, you know, it's as equal as we can make it.
Strike a blow for equal pay. A lot of women are going to appreciate that. Before we go, you do have some fans out there. I know you're an Eagles fan.
I am a huge Eagles fan.
Big night, and we had a little message for you from the Eagles cheerleaders.
Really?
Hey Bradley, it's your very own Philadelphia Eagles cheerleaders and Swoop sending you love. B-R-A-D-L-E-Y, Bradley!
Wow.
Another first for Bradley.
Wow,
Cooper,
that's wow. I wish my dad could see that. That's amazing.
Well, thanks a lot for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
The movie's terrific. Burnt opens nationwide next Friday, October 30th. Let's go over to Robin.
Okay, Bradley's reaction was priceless. Was totally worth that. How are you, Bradley?
How's it going?
Good to see you. Oh, that was Bradley Cooper to say hello to me.